Hi, Mr. Devlin here, and today I want to talk about a subject that's reared its ugly head again. It's a subject about a problem that's been going on for years and years and years. But there's one or two instances that have happened just recently that suggest that the tide is turning. It's a subject of about people, mainly bigger YouTubers or mid-range YouTubers, being paid by bigger companies such as Activision and EA to promote their games in not always an honest manner. Some people might call them stooges. I call them shills. Some people might say we don't actually get paid by the bigger companies, such as again Activision and EA. I say, yes you do. Some people refer to themselves as game changers. I refer to you as sheep. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty recently, as you know by maybe some of the videos that get absolutely no views. I play a lot of Domination, but there's a guy who's a big YouTuber out there regarding Call of Duty, and he's called Nero Cinema. He made a video recently that Treyarch and Activision were not too happy about. So you know what they did? One of the bigger YouTubers for Call of Duty, they copy-striked him. Striked? Is that a word? Is it struck? Strike? Copy-striked? Copy-struck? Copy-strick? I don't know. Anyway, they put a strike on his channel. But the problem is, Nero Cinema struck back. Is that a word? It is a word, yes. Nero Cinema struck back, and he basically said, well, you have striked one of my videos, it's been taken down, and that was just before you had offered me COD points, extra features, passes, just to say nice things about the game. But the one thing about Nero Cinema, he's one of the big boys out there for Call of Duty that Activision could not buy. He stands by what he thinks and he says what he thinks, and people like me appreciate that. Activision don't, and they put a strike on his channel. Strike on your channel is really, really serious. If you get 3 strikes, it's out. So this is really, really serious for Nero Cinema, one of the bigger Call of Duty YouTubers. Now, Nero Cinema is getting a lot of support at the moment. Even 8 Thoughts did a video, and 8 Thoughts has actually slagged Nero in the past, but he's obviously on his side this time because what Activision did is wrong, because they didn't get their own way, they didn't get a decent review, they didn't get what they liked, they put a strike on his channel. Okay, so moving on, there's a YouTuber called Rantin who's got nearly 800,000 subscribers, and he did a video titled YouTube Game Reviewers Are Corrupt. Actually, I'll put a link to the actual video in the description below. It's well worth a watch, and I want to discuss one or two things that he had to say. It's an eye-opener. And this is where the bigger YouTubers who get paid, yes, you get paid, and this guy, I'll explain exactly how. I'll go through one or two points to explain, because there are people out there who say, I do not get paid by these bigger companies to give preferential reviews about a game. These are content creators who lie and mislead their subscribers for their own gain. And I've got a feeling in the up and coming weeks, months, these people are going to be exposed, and they're going to be exposed by people who they probably thought were their friends. I think that this situation has got other content creators worried, and they don't want to be tarred with the same brush. They want to be seen as being honest and diligent content creators. So I think there's going to be a shitstorm on its way. So let's see what Rantin had to say about the situation. At this moment in time, when I'm recording this video, there are 260,500 views on this video already. This is not going to go away. Anyway, let's get on to Rantin's video. Okay, so initially he starts off about review copies of a game, and it's something that people don't seem to want to talk about at the moment. In fact, or ever. Getting a review copy of a game, especially a AAA game, is beneficial to the person that gets this game. It's also beneficial to the developer and publisher. However, this creates a conflict of interest. Okay, so you're over the moon. You've been given a copy, a pre-release review copy of a AAA game, a game that you wanted to play. Now you're thinking in your head, if I give this a bad review, I'm going to be in their bad books and I'm never ever going to get a review copy ever again. So what do these people do? We're not talking about people like Nero Cinema, who's an honest person. These people that do not care as long as they're getting the benefits that they can get from the developers and publishers. What do? Well, of course they give a glowing review of the game. Of course they say it's fantastic, because they might have, for argument's sake, 100,000 or 1 million subscribers, and there is a percentage, regardless if it's 5%, 50% or 100% of those subscribers are going to listen to their favourite YouTuber, and they are going to take their word as gold. And therefore, they will buy the game. There lies in the conflict of interest. Getting a review copy of a game gives that person a massive advantage over everyone else. That means they can have gameplay and footage out soon as they're allowed to. As soon as they can get that information and that gameplay out, they can do that. In turn, turns to views. In turn, turns to subscribers. In turn, turns to money. Regardless if you've been handed a dollar, a pound coin in your hand, that benefit turns into money. Therefore, it can be construed as a payment of that game to give you that advantage, to obtain revenue from that advantage is a payment. Regardless if it's physical money, you have been given that review copy to give you an advantage, in turn for a good review for the game. You probably think I'm talking rubbish, or you think I'm a bitter small YouTuber. Well, let me put it this way. You see, these companies, you know, that review copy that they give out, that is put down as marketing expenses. It's on the cost sheet. Therefore, is perceived as a payment to the content creator, so they would get a review for the game. Fingers crossed, they will get a great review. And 9 times out of 10 they do, because these people don't want to miss out next time. This, to the developers and the publishers, is put down as an expense for marketing. Therefore, this content creator becomes a part of the marketing team. And you're not telling me that you would go out there and do something for nothing. No, you don't. If you get a review copy, you have been paid for that review. And when a content creator actually say, they put a video up and that content creator actually says, I got this review copy for free from blah, 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 whatever publisher, developer, but I'm going to give my own personal views on this game. That is irrelevant. You are now a part of that marketing team. Like it or not, believe it or not, think your subscribers don't understand that or not, you are part of the marketing team. Soon as you accept that review copy, you become a part of their team. God forbid, though, you give a bad review or you complain about a current game, because you'll be dropped like a stone. Don't believe me? Look what happened to Level Cap when he was critical of Battlefield 1. He was dropped. He was no longer a game changer. So this is what these people know when they accept a review copy. They know that they have to give a good review. If you give a bad one, you're dropped. And these people know that. Have I mentioned a conflict of interest? Oh yes, I think I did. Still don't think these YouTubers or these content creators don't get paid for their services because they don't actually have pound notes and dollars put into their palm of their hand. You don't think they get paid? Well, what about all these events that go on? What about flying them here, flying them there, putting them up in fancy hotels, paying for the food, paying for the taxis, paying for this, paying for that. Do you think that's free? Again, it's on a marketing budget. You become a part of their marketing team. You are being paid to be favourable about an up and coming title. And do you know what? I say the majority who get these copies, who accept these invitations for fancy hotels and events, know exactly what's going on. You know what? Here's a bit of my backstory. I used to have a computer business. I had 3 shops at one point, and I used to get invited to a lot of seminars, a lot of fairs about computer products, new products, or even old products. And you know what? They used to throw stuff at me. They used to give me this, give me that, offer me football tickets to go and see United, offer me concert tickets for this and for that. And do you know why? Because I knew they were doing that. So I would buy their products over one of the other people that were at the seminar with them. They were giving me this stuff, hoping because I'd got these free items, which are not free because they're on a marketing budget, that would make me want to buy their product. That's why a lot of companies, especially in the UK, you are not allowed to accept any gratuities. Do you know why? Because they look at that as payment for favourable situations, regardless what business you're in. A lot of companies say you can accept 0 gratuities. That includes things like, let me get you a cab home, let me give you a hotel, so you'll come and do this, or you'll come and see that, whatever. That is why a lot of companies do that, and I'm sure they do that all over the world as well, because it is seen as a payment for your services or preferential treatment. You know, the only people that are being fooled is the likes of me and the likes of you, the subscribers, the people who are, with all due respect, are gullible because they like their favourite YouTuber and they're going to take whatever they say as gospel. So for me, there is no doubt in my mind that these people, your favourite YouTuber, get paid by these big developers, by these big publishers, regardless what they say to you. Somewhere along the line, regardless how it happens, they are getting paid to be favourable. You know who these people are. I know who these people are. I've called them out. I've been blocked. I've been banned because I've called them a shill. And do you know why? Because that is exactly what they are. And it's just you guys out there that suffer. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell icon and tick it so you get notifications of when we're uploading new videos. And this is Mr. Devlin, out.